Okay, starting with the original Sleuth. I was taken by surprise when I first found out that it was, two men fighting over the same woman, because, I walked into it blind. Intentionally so, and I don't regret it one bit. And then when they added that extra layer of the class struggle, and this old British higher class guy could not handle losing his wife to someone who was just an immigrant, that really worked extremely well. And I also think that this completely convinced you that he killed Kane, because it really seemed like he was too caught up in all that drama that he's used to just writing, that he doesn't care if he's killing a fictional character in writing, or if he's putting a gun to someone's head and killing them for real. And I just love the gradual rise in tension, how he describes what the police will think happened, and then suddenly he pulls out a gun, and both you and Kane at that point are like, okay, there's a gun in this situation, now this is not good, and then he starts firing. I mean, the tension's clear pretty much from the beginning, or really early on at least, and the way he's assaulting Kane with, the woman he's in love with, that it's clear that Kane is in love with, the going through the bedroom, and then Kane gets back at him by, destroying that puzzle thing that he studied for 2 months just to get this little bit ahead on solving. And then when the inspector arrives, I mean, I kind of had the feeling, you're looking at him and, okay, that is Michael Caine, isn't it? It's really him. Honestly, for a while, I was thinking maybe it was the father who found out that his son was dead and, came to get revenge or something. And then with the blood and the clothes, and also because Olivier doesn't immediately deny it, because he's like just so taken aback by the fact that the clothes are still there, so we, the audience, still think that he's killed him. And then Kane reveals that it's really him, taking off the makeup and all that, and with that little play on words, the Doppler, and almost an anagram for those so inclined, of plotter. And then he manages to convince Olivier that he's killed his mistress, complete with the flatmate Joyce on the phone. And then he has to find these items that incriminate Olivier because, they're on his property, and Kane claimed to, the officer that maybe he might do something, and when Olivier can't quite control his temper, Kane starts giving him clues in Italian, and then you hear the voices of the officers outside talking, and then, Kane says, well, come on in, and then he stands there and acts the parts, and Olivier is just completely shattered by this. Kane explains the whole thing, how he tricked him and, completely humiliates Olivier, winning the game. And then finally, Kane goes up to get the dress, Olivier draws the gun on him, and then, right after he shot him, he realizes Kane did call the cops on him, and there's no way he's going to escape. Kane made the decision to sacrifice himself in order to bring this guy down, in order to win the class struggle, in order for, a lower class person to beat an upper class person, no matter what it cost. And then the ending with this cacophony, this mocking cacophony of all the mechanical toys of Olivier's, just all of them activating at the same time because he's got the remote, and probably rigor mortis, if that's set in by then, forcing the fingers to keep their hold. I loved it. I thought it was a really good commentary on class struggle, and, when Kane says, I've been humiliated too often, and he knows humiliation, he knows, and he plays to win, just beautiful, brilliant. I love the movie. Okay, so Sleuth from 2007. Now, this is going to be me comparing the two, so if you haven't seen the original, do not watch this before you have, unless you're certain that you're never going to watch the original. like the review video, from here on out, there's gonna be swearing. As I watched this movie, I realized that they were getting to points in the story in about half the time. Like, at the 15-minute mark, they're at the point in the story where the first one was after about half an hour. And it kind of went on like that. It was, you know, way ahead in the story. And if the original had been, like, excessively long and just drawn out, this might be a good thing, but it wasn't, and it's not. I mean, I don't know, maybe they wanted to prevent the audience from thinking things over too much, and they wanted him to be ready to rob someone else in 15 minutes of film, anyway. But it sacrificed all that character development, all the development of the relationship between the two. And then there's how little Law even appears to care about the woman that they're both fighting over. He's quite happy to ransack her room, tear apart her stuff. And don't even get me started with the who has the smaller car thing. Seriously, that could not have been any more obvious if they had said, hey, let's measure our cocks, see which one has the bigger one. Some of the lines of dialogue seem to have been changed just for the hell of it. And shall we just explore that ladder thing? Let's. First of all, why the fuck is there a ladder up there? What, in case someone accidentally got stuck up on the roof and, you know, accidentally kicked their ladder, the one they had climbed up, down, or someone, you know, picked it up and moved it? Well, perhaps. That certainly seems to be the only fucking explanation that makes any goddamn sense. In that case, why the fuck is the button on the inside? It should be on the outside. Yes, protected by a code, of course, so as to not give burglars the immediate easy way in, but if it's on the inside, who's gonna use it? Okay, they have to smash the glass. Again, we're back to burglar. Seriously, explain how the fuck it makes any sense other than, oh shit, we need some way for someone to get in from the roof in this script, so we gotta write it in and hope the audience doesn't question it. I'm not big on that. If a script expects me to just abandon all sense when starting a movie, no, not unless you give me a good fucking story, a really good cinema-going experience. No, I'm not giving up questioning the logic, okay? Also, explain to me, please, how the fuck they're gonna explain the descended ladder to the police. Oh, I'm sorry, he must have figured out that there was a ladder, figured out exactly what window to smash, then pressed the button, then climbed down. I mean, what the fuck? How about the cameras? Did Law not realize there was a ton of cameras? Did Kane turn off the cameras for anybody's benefit other than the audience saying, ooh, something big's gonna happen now, he doesn't want this recorded? I mean, Law doesn't even seem to question it. He doesn't even go like, oh, wait, fuck, you love technical stuff. You must have cameras. Did you just turn one off? Does that mean I've been recorded up until now? That doesn't make any sense. That means they recorded our struggle, which wasn't really a struggle, and they could tell that you were just fucking around. Fuck! Also about the ladder, did he not see that it wasn't there until he started, you know, climbing down, almost falling down? How fucking stupid is he? What were we supposed to think when Kane pressed it away? What, that was supposed to add tension? It didn't. Or how about how the drink was already poured before Law confirmed that he wanted one, or what he wanted? How the fuck is that supposed to work? Again, throwing away sense. It's just supposed to, like, hint to the audience, ooh, weird stuff's going on, we don't exactly know everything that's happening. Fuck you, it makes no sense. He asked for a different drink than the one that he was offered, and that was a clue, too. About as subtle as a jackhammer, yes, this is about class struggle, only it's really not, because we completely abandoned that. We just kept it in there because we didn't know what the fuck to replace it with. Or how about that magic fucking remote that can just do everything, control the TV, the ladder, the cameras, everything, music, lighting, whatever, and we don't actually see it having like a ton of fucking buttons. He only appears to like press one. What, is it a fucking mind reader? Is it some telepathic bullshit remote? Why the fuck did Law fly off like that if it was just a blank? What, you're gonna tell me it's like, it's all in the mind, Matrix bullshit? The mind makes it real and your body just got the signal to hurl itself into a wall like that? Come on.